So let's start with copying the previous code and putting it at one place. For some reason it got hanged. Yeah. So this is the from the second part of the video, and let's check what we have done here. The Bank Nifty info. This is from the part 2, and this is getting all necessary variables. Data, and so this is range high and the range low. If we have not seen these previous two videos, you might not able to understand that how these variables are coming from there. You can have a look. Next comes the opening range, then the golden number. Now we need to hunt the last two parts, previous day, buy above and sell below. Let me just spin to these two also. If it executes properly, then everything is fine. So this is the complete code, whatever we have done so far in the last two videos. So we have just run it, and we are waiting for to see that if it is matching with the last two variables properly. In NSE Python, there is a variable name runtime. It tells that in which time the program has run. I'm also checking that if that is working. Yeah, that is working. And I also wanted to check if I make this string value, how this will look. Yeah, it is looking fine. Now next come to the next part, which is the entering the trade. So what I need to do, we need to check the LTP of the Bank Nifty all the time. So as of now, these are all done. So right now what you need to do, we need to check the Bank Nifty price. If the Bank Nifty price is higher than this one, we need to buy. If it is lower than this one, you need to sell. Now if the buy trade is already triggered, then we are cutting the entered program, right? Because the buy and sell trade cannot run simultaneously. So while true, let's just check the Bank Nifty LTP, NSE. Correct. And let's just check that if time slip is working properly. Time slip 10. We are just running it. Okay, it will not show 1 minute because we are not doing the print command, right? So let's just do that too. Current value of yeah, let's see. Now we shall be waiting for the 10 seconds and need to see that if it is running from there. Now when we are shifting this to the API data of the broker, we'll remove this function and it will run like concurrently. And we can also check from the WSS there, WebSockets. But right now if you do the time slip 10, which is like checking in every 10 seconds, the NSE will block your IP because they only allow within 10 minutes scalping, within 10 minutes data fetching. It is actually illegal to take the data from the NSE. Okay, I'm just blocking it. It is working properly, so that's what I am wanting to show. I'm just keeping it as it is, just making a new block, pasting it here. Now if BN LTP, let me just make it BN underscore LTP because I'm just used to this variable names. If magnip, so I need to know that who is triggered, the buy order or sell order. So I am just making a variable who triggered, setting it to none. Right now no one triggered. So as long as no one is triggered, it will keep running and checking the Bank Nifty price. So that is the main purpose here. See, Bank Nifty LTP is going above the buy price. What will happen? The buy order will be executed, right? Buy order executed at BNLTP plus. I also wanted to show the entry time. Entry time is runtime. So the runtime is a variable which is already there in the NSE Python. And if that happens, we'll be setting this to buy. And what happens if the stop, what is the target here? First, write the stop loss. The stop loss is 5%, which is like LTP 0.05%. Okay, not 5%. 5% is very huge. 0.995. Yeah, perfect. Target will be 2%. Correct. I'm just writing on a flow. If some error comes with some brackets, some other issue, we'll see it later. Now we shall be coding the same for the sell trigger. Okay. Yeah, it looks fine. Let me just copy and paste it. Sell. Now the stop loss in this case will be, so this will be looking some tricky in the mathematics. If you see the stop loss in case of a buy, in case of a sell order, it should be higher than the price which you are entering, right? So that's why 1.005. So take some time to the math, you will come to this point again anyways. So and for this it will be 0.98 instead of 1.02. That is the target because we are going down 2%. Yeah, so that is fine. Now, so it will keep running, right? So whenever a buy or sell order is getting executed, our who triggered variable is not none. It is either buy, either sell. So let's construct that. If who triggered is not none, which means it is either buy or either sell, type two things. Stop loss is always first. Stop loss is correct. I don't want to type. So this is the target. And we also want to break this loop. So it will not run anymore. So right now we are entering this trade. Okay. So let's just run it and see what is happening here. Current value of Bank Nifty is this. And will it execute? It is when it will execute. It will execute if it is going above this one and it is below this one. So unless until we are forcefully putting some value here, we will be not able to see anything. It is just doing like that. So let me just copy it. I'm copying and pasting in a new cell so that you can just check what I've done there properly. I'm just forcefully writing the BNLTP to, let me check what is the buy above. 230. Okay, let me just write 23031. So it will trigger the buy order, right? So after checking the LTP, I am just putting the LTP again to something else. It is manually hand coded to show you that the code is working properly. Yeah, see, now it is perfectly working. The current value of is this, buy order is executed at this, the entry time is this, the stop loss is this, the target is this. So it is working perfectly. Then the next part will be that how to manage the trade. Now we need to check the BNLTP again. Okay, and we need to check that if the stop loss is hitting or if the target is hitting, correct? So that is what is managing the trade. So let's start with the same code following. While true, let's put this again. Now we have two conditions, if a buy condition and there is a sell condition. If the buy order is running, what you will be looking, that if the target is hit or not, right? So if BN LTP is above the target, then the target is hit. That is easy, right? Target hit at yep. And we also need to note the exit time. Oops, I just deleted that block. Let's hope I'm doing this correctly. So the exit time is this, target hit at, I'm just checking the functions properly. I need to do the str because I need to convert the new number to the string, the date to the string. Otherwise, it will be showing some error. Okay. So the target is hit properly, and we need to also break the sequence because the trade doesn't need to be managed if the target or stop loss is hit. Okay. You can also restart the program. So that is that if a buy order is triggered, then it will be looking for the sell order if it is triggered. Okay. So that is another part. We shall be talking about that later on. But right now, let's complete. So this is very easy. If the LTP is below the stop loss, our stop loss is hit. Perfect. Now copy the same codec. Sell. Now it will be reverse because the LTP should be below the target, right? Yeah. If the target, like think bank nifty is falling and you have a sell and the target is below, and whenever you are crossing the target, it means the LTP is below the target, your target is hit. So just changing to operators and it is running fine. Now we need to note the exit time and the exit price. So whenever our conditions are getting hit, it is breaking the loop. So either we can just note the exit time and entry price, exit price at this all the four places. Like we can do this. We need to copy this in the all the four places. Okay. Or you can just do this thing. This is very, the beauty of the code is that it will store the data every time, but the data will be useful when the sequence is getting broken. Let me do some minor beautifications. So that is fine. So what will happen if this code is currently running right now? Certainly the bank nifty LTP will be 2249.7.95, and we already have a buy trade at 23031, and our stop loss is 22915. So it will immediately hit the stop loss, correct? Let's see what happens. Yeah, it is immediately hitting the stop loss. So let's do some more beautification. I want to know that how much profit I have made right now. So let me just add one more line. You can do more thing. You can just code some bot here to post the profit at Twitter, Telegram, Slack, Discord. Many more things can happen here. I need to check that how much profit is happening. So it is absolute of entry price. Yeah, this much amount of points. We do not know the lot size, right? Because we are not actually entering using the broker API. So when I do this with the broker API, I shall be showing you that how to do these things properly. Net profit is this, and the sim code will be also here. We just need to write this loss. Yeah, so that is it. That's it. Now if you run it again, indentation error. Okay, I do not know that what is line 26. Yeah, here, sorry. NT price is not defined. I have not defined the NT price. Yeah, so I have not made any code to write the NT price here. So let me just do that. Similarly, like that, we are putting the NT price variable, the runtime. So when we were entering the trade, we are putting the time when our trade has been entered into a defined variable. Okay, like we did for the exit trade. So it is easy to tally our trade, how much profit and stuff like that. Manual assessments. Yeah, it is running perfectly. Yeah, see, it is showing the net loss. So I shall be uploading this code. You can take time and see that what is happening here properly. And in the next video or the next session, if I upload here in the YouTube or someplace, I shall be showing you that how to do with the broker APIs. Okay. Now you can just loop the program again from the entering trade. So after the entering is happening, we are looking for managing the trade. And when the trade is not being managed, which is what it is either hitting the target or the stop loss, we are again going back to the entering the trade, right? That's it. Thank you for watching.